All right. Thank you guys for taking a few minutes tonight to catch up on what's happening. There's not a lot to report. Let me give you kind of where we are right now and give you timelines or proposed timelines for where we are right now. The uh, state of Illinois, I'm sure you all have kept up what's going on with the governor's orders and then some of the pushback that some of the local municipalities have been um, giving to some of those orders, and some in the southern districts, what they've been, uh, I guess, counter proposing to the governor's orders. As of right now, we are following what the governor has given us as far as the continuing the stay at home order, continuing if we're not staying at home to be in groups of 10 or less. And for the time being, we're gonna continue to follow that. Now, I'm sure most of you have kept up with the fact that Marion County is I'm sorry, not Marion. We're not in Marion County. Is there a Marion County around here? Oh, is there? Okay, cool. Madison County. What's funny is before this, I lived in Hannibal, Missouri for 8 years, which was also in Madison County, which also had a Marion County near it. So there you go. Some things never change. Madison County has made some proposals, or they'll be making some proposals to the governor of a different phase timeline than what he has proposed, based on our cases, for this area. We're just kind of waiting and seeing what all's going down there. We've had some direction uh, from our local denominations, what do they call that, association office, and from our local director of missions. But for right now, we think it's best to continue on this current path here. So let me give you what we're kind of thinking right now. We think that we will continue on this same pre-recorded, online only stream through the end of June right now, and that's how things are looking. So we'll keep up with our worship nights, and then producing our services in-house starting this week. So this Wednesday morning, we're actually going to be recording both the music and the message live. We'll be recording that in the chapel. We'll do that at 10 o'clock this Wednesday morning. And then that'll be streamed this Sunday. Now, what I want to throw out to you, if you are in a position right now where you'd like to participate with some of that, I'm again limiting this to only 10 people for the production. But if you're in a position where you would like to help out with that, let me know. Hit me up, because I would love for as many of you as possible to be a part of producing our services. And that is, I'll say this: we are we're looking at recording all of this live, but we're pretty flexible on when we have to do all of this. As you can imagine, right now we don't have a lot of hard commitments as far as meetings are concerned, or other activities that we have to work around. So like this week, we're going to be recording in the morning. Next week, we're looking at probably recording, in the evening or early evening, like around 5 p.m. So it really just depends. And whatever your availability is, let me know, and I'll get you worked in somehow, because I want you guys back and doing things. I'm sure you're really, really anxious to get involved somehow. So that's how we're going to try to do that. For our Thursday night worship nights, we're going to continue doing that virtual band style until we're back into the office full time, which that's really just, TBD at this point when we come back into the office. We want it to be safe. One of the things, and this information doesn't really affect any of you, but one of the challenges we have is that we have a pretty open office space. So everybody, the majority of our staff is sitting in one big kind of open room, which includes more than 10 people. And in many cases, they're less than 6 feet apart. So that's one of the challenges we're trying to figure out, how we overcome that and what that's going to look like. But once we do figure out the resolution, the solution there, we'll probably look at a model of recording those worship nights more in-house. But for the time being, we are through the end of June going to continue doing worship nights and going to continue to produce our services live in-house. Any questions about any of that? Okay. By show of thumbs ups, how many people filled out the survey, the Road to Returning survey? Okay, awesome. And Randy, it must be in the middle of it. Randy C must be in the middle of it. Road to Return.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Road to Returning survey. If you are interested in putting your voice into that survey, just go to our website, fbmaryville.org, and there in the main slider, there should be a link to the Road to Returning survey. As much as we are following what our government officials are giving us as far as mandates for the reopening of the state, we are really going to follow what you all are comfortable with, and we want to hear your voice on that. If the majority of our people come back and say, yeah, we're not going to come back until there's a vaccine, well, we're not going to make our only option for weekend worship be in-house, if that makes sense. We're going to tailor things to your comfort level and just serve you to the very best of our abilities during this time. All right. That's all I have as far as new business is concerned. Does anybody have any questions? New business. That's like a 90s church business meeting terminology there.
Robert's Rules of Order.
That's right. All right. Who makes a motion that we adjourn?
Before we have a motion,
Oh, okay.
Julie and I want to tell you guys, especially Matt and Jessica, Brendan, Randy, Sheila, Kelsey, pretty much everybody on the screen here tonight, but thank you so much for the Thursday night worship nights, the time that you guys are taking out of your lives to bring us worship every week. Just really, really appreciate you much.
Hey, you're welcome.
Give you a raise.
She said, tell Tom to give you a raise.
How about a raise a hallelujah?
I'll raise a hallelujah.
There you go. Hey, and Dennis, I thank you for that. And it has, I'll say, just speaking for myself, and I think I speak for the whole team here, it has just been our pleasure and such an enjoyment to do this during this time. If we had to go back and react to this situation all over again, I think I would do the exact same thing, because one of the things that we've talked about as a team is just how important it is for us to sing during this time. I'm reminded of the Psalm 137 that was written when the Israelites were in Babylon, and the psalmist says, "By the banks of Babylon we sat and we hung up our lyres," and they got to a place of such disparity that they wouldn't even sing God's praises anymore. And I don't ever want us to be there as a team or as a church or as a community of believers. So thank you, Dennis. Appreciate your affirmation.
It makes us proud to be a part of the team. We're looking forward to getting back together.
Good. Yeah, me too. I've missed all you guys so much. The other thing too that we discussed, we had our staff meeting this morning, the worship staff, and one of the things that we discussed is what is this going to look like when we come back as far as worship nights are concerned, because I think this is important, and it obviously can't look the same way that it looks right now. We don't have the capacity with everything, all the other responsibilities that we need to carry out for our church. We don't have the capacity to do this every single week. But I think these have really resonated with our people. And so we're just talking through what does this look like, and how do we continue the spirit of what we're doing whenever we return. So TBD.
Yeah, because Matt, TBD. Because you have no idea how excited we get even in our own home with the fact that we could get all of you on our big screen TV and
That's
have it
cool.
up loud. And Steven even opens the sliding door, and it just we get so overjoyed by that. So it's
That's
really
awesome.
uplifted our family of 6. So
That's
thank you.
awesome. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for your affirmation. I tell you that lights a fire under us to keep doing it even more. That's awesome. Glad it's serving you well. Paul Bird, you all know Paul Bird. He said that worship nights are the only time that Caleb gets dressed every week. Said
Me too.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, Brendan has to wear pants because he's playing cajon, but other than that,
Yeah.
no. He said Caleb takes a shower, he gets all dressed up and all spiffied up. He says he's all about worship nights. So I thought that was very, very funny. Okay, well, hey,
Matt,
yes, Wayne.
my aunt from West Virginia says you guys do a good job of singing.
Oh, thank you, Wayne.
All the way from West Virginia.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay.
I motion. Second.
And second.
Motion.
All right.
Third.
Very good. All right. You guys have a good night. Let me know if you need anything.
You too, Matt.
All right.